Looks like, are we live? I think we're live. If we are, how's everybody doing? Give it a few seconds here, see if anybody joins up. Still testing some of this stuff out, and I think I'm going to be trying to share the browser and stuff today, see if we can get some stuff going. See, it looks like I'm live. Yeah, good. Also wanted to test something with the latency. I've done a few different settings here on the YouTube settings page, and I wanted to know if that's going to all work like I need it to. So, let's see. Chat. Cool. All right, looks like we got a couple of people popping in. Awesome. Let me know if you're here. You can hear everything. Assuming you can see everything, because I can see it on my iPad, so it looks like it's streaming okay. Definitely let me know if you're here. Say hi. Hey, Mitch. Awesome. Got Mitch Heyman in the house. Just doing a quick lunchtime stream here. Go over a couple of things that I saw on Tuesday and discuss anything else you guys want to discuss. You got 3 or 4 people in here now. Give it a few more minutes here to see if we get some more participants. How's your day going, Mitch? Everything is going well over here. Doing some production work this morning, and I'm off tomorrow, so it's good. And then on the weekend. You're at lunch. Okay, cool. Where are you from, Mitch? Too slow, yeah. Are you from Canada or US? Let's give it a few minutes. Hanover, PA. Okay, cool. Cool. I don't think I've ever been there. I've been to an area around, there's a Harley dealer in that area, I think, but I was there years back. Went for a ride down in there with some friends and stopped into the dealer, which is cool. Awesome. So let me just have a quick look if this works. Pennsylvania, yeah. It's not that far from me, actually. I believe it's about maybe a 3-hour drive or something like that. Maybe a little bit more. Been a while. Guitar Hack, what's up, man? How you been? I'm assuming you're at work as well. 20 miles east of Gettysburg. Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Okay. So, so the topic of this chat is more to go over a couple of things from Tuesday and some things I'm looking at now. I went to a clinic that Pete Thorn put on at Cosmo on Tuesday evening. Let me see if I can share my screen here. Share, and I want to go here. There we go. So this was the clinic that I attended. It was pretty good. It was packed. There was a lot of people, and Pete went through a lot of the stuff that he does as far as when he's recording one of his songs, and he records even when he's doing a pedal demo or something. He'll record it's all original music, and he'll, even if it's only a 50-second or a 1-minute piece, he does all the production for it, and he showed us how he goes about doing it. So it's pretty interesting. You know, he went through some stuff about his gear, talked about the new, for the first time they were showing this new it's kind of a load box and I guess it's a cabinet simulator built in as well, so you can load in IRs and plug in your tube amp in there and then select speaker combination and mic combinations, and he compared it to a real cabinet side by side, and they sounded pretty much identical. So really cool stuff. and I think they're going to be selling as soon as they start shipping for about $500. So if you've got a tube amp that's, you know, really loud, and you know, you got to crank it to get that tone, and you want to do some recording, and you want, or just playing at home, you want to plug it through something, maybe that's a good option, because you can get your amp tone and not be blasting the house or your apartment. So that was one of the things he showed. He did all the guitar production of the piece, and great guitar player, great tone on it. He had two of his signature Suhr guitars. Also at the event, they had a bunch of Suhr guitars there. I guess they had maybe 20 of them. They were all discounted, but they're all like still pricey. Like you could get a $6,000 guitar for $4,000 or something of that nature, right? So they had about 10 or 20% off of all this Suhr stuff. They gave away some stuff as well, which was cool. I didn't win anything, but they gave some pickups away, some shirts. I think a load box as well. So pretty cool stuff. It was worth it. I think, you know, $15, well worth the for the content. And Pete's a really nice guy and really good presenter. So that was a lot of fun. I don't know if I think he was in Ottawa as well this week, and then he's going back to California, I imagine. But if you ever get a chance to see one of his clinics or something, I think it's worth it, especially if you're into some of the stuff he's talking about. And I'm just getting ready to record some original music in 2019. I want to put together an EP, and so it was very informative. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to do when I was there was to try out some amps. Let me go back here for a second, see if I can do this. Stop sharing. Cool. All right, cool. So I've been looking at thinking about amps lately, and right now I've gotten rid of all my amps, everything. I just have my Helix, and I plug that directly into my interface and listen through the computer monitors or through headphones or whatever. And it sounds great. I mean, it's an awesome piece of equipment, and for what I'm doing, it's probably, you know, sufficient. But I still wanted to experiment with some real tube amps, and I wanted to go out looking for some different solutions. Everything from really, you know, affordable to super high end. I just want to have them all in a room and go through them and to really see the differences. So I went to Cosmo the other night to see this clinic, but I got there fairly early, like probably about 2.5, 3 hours before the clinic was even there starting, because it started at 7. And I took that time to go into they have an amp room at Cosmo where you can go in and you can really crank the stuff out, and you can, you know, try out all kinds of things side by side, A/B them and stuff. So I did that, and I took about an hour and a half in that room, and I looked at some amps, and one of them here's a couple of them that I looked at. Let me go back to my screen sharing here. Let's go here, that, and we'll share this here. Okay, here. So the first amp I tried was this Mesabuki. It's a Rectoverb. It's a 25 watter, and trust me, 25 watts is plenty loud, because I couldn't even get past halfway, and the thing was blasting. It was really good. I mean, sound wise, really full, solid. I would say the only issue that I was having with it, not even an issue, is just that it's a very high gain type amp. So it does that very well. But if you wanted to get something a little bit less gainy and more like classic rocky type of tone and stuff, you could probably still get it. I mean, if I fussed with it a little bit more, I probably would have got there. But it's not meant really for that. The clean tones were pretty good as well. If you put it on the clean channel and just put it on the minimum setting, it was pretty good. And all these amps I was trying were all through a 212 cabinet with Celestians in them. So they all compared very well in that regards. So this was the first amp, and this amp's got, you know, built-in reverb that's controlled in the back, and then it's got some speaker outs and an effects loop, you know, your regular type of stuff. And I believe this one was about $1,700 Canadian. So it's not a cheap amp by no means, but size-wise, it was pretty small, very portable, had a lot of features. I was pretty happy with it, but I wanted to try some other stuff. So then I did try out. I wanted to try Friedman. I never tried a Friedman before, and I've heard so much, hype and things about them. I wanted to give them a good shot, so I tried this amp, and wow, I was pleasantly surprised. Tell you the truth, and this thing it's a 50-watt amp. It's super loud and versatile, and the I guess it's hard to explain, but you could hear every note on your guitar. So even at a higher gain setting, you could ring out a chord and you could hear the definition in that chord very well. And you could also feel the amp kind of, the compression, the built-in compression that's kind of in that amp, and you could feel it as well. So playing it felt really cool, felt nice and natural, had a good response. I was playing a Les Paul through it, which was funny. They gave me a Les Paul. It was a custom shop Les Paul. I think it was $7,500 Les Paul, and it played amazing. And it was relicked a little bit. I think it was off a 59 reissue model, so felt great and sounded great. So it was kind of funny. I'm sitting in this room with these very high dollar amps, and I'm playing this super high dollar guitar through them. So it's kind of fun. But I play Les Pauls mostly at home, so it was a good. I needed something that could give me the sense of what these amps were going to sound like with the gear that I play at home. So I tried this one, and I really liked it. They'd also make, I guess, a 20-watt version of it, and I think the 20-watt version would probably be more than enough for what I need. The other thing I really liked about this amp is if you look at the back, it's got this direct out here, and the direct out on it is very, very good. I mean, oh my God, like they've got an amp, like I guess it's a speaker simulation thing in there too. So it simulates a Celestion 12-inch speaker. So essentially you don't even need to have a cabinet plugged into this. At some points you can just go right into your interface or into a PA even, and you're getting that tone like you're playing through a tube amp. So there's no compromise. It's not a modeled sound. It's the actual sound. So I did try that through a powered speaker just for fun, just to see if there was a difference. And I tried it with the amp connected to the cab and that direct out connected to the PA speaker that had a flat response on it. And it was really good. I was really surprised that it was that good. So, and it has your typical speaker out. You can select your ohms. And it does come with a foot switch. This was the cabinet that I played through as well. So it was a 212 Friedman. So very cool amp. Like I said, they make this 20-watter here. And I think a few people that I've seen online have this amp. It's Runt 20. And it's a little cheaper than the Runt 50. And for the price of the Runt 50, I think it was $2,300. So it's not cheap, but it's quite different and quite quality, and you could sense the quality playing through it. So that was pretty cool. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was these strap locks. So I use the Shaler strap locks, and after seeing some streams with the Guitar Hack and a few other people mentioning that the Shalers are sometimes not the best option because they do rotate on the strap, and then your guitar can come off or whatever. So it got me thinking, let me experiment and see what else is out there in the market. So Cosmo had these, only had a few sets. They had all three colors here, and they only had the one set in chrome. So I only bought the one set so I could try them on. So I installed them yesterday, and the way they work, they click into the actual, I guess, strap button here on your guitar that you install, and it's securely locked. It doesn't move from there once it's locked in place. So I think this is a better solution for people that are concerned if you're using this Shaler type that are kind of like that horseshoe like Guitar Hack had mentioned many times. So I did install it on one strap and one guitar that I have, and I'll probably be purchasing a few more for the other straps that I have and the guitars. I'm sure you can buy just the guitar, I guess, strap button, so that if you want to use the same strap on multiple guitars and you don't want to buy the full set, I think you can do that. So they sell for about $24 a pack, for a whole pack of, like, you get the whole thing. And here it says $31, but Cosmo had them for 24, and I'm sure you can find them online for about that same price. So price-wise, it's fair price, and they're very good quality. And I installed them; they work very well. Who else is in the chat here? Poo Ninja's in here. Cool. Awesome. And Mitch says he may get an EVH standard this weekend, depending on what my wife says. Oh, good luck, man. I hope you get it. If you do, post some video or some pictures or something. Let us see it. They did have I did try them before, and they're nice guitars. They really are. So anyway, back to this thing. So that's the strap locks, and they work very well. What else do I have here? Okay, so this Telly is the one that I got. I traded a Les Paul for it a few weeks back, and I've been playing it a lot. They have a couple of different colors and different models. These Sir Tellys are pretty amazing as far as the sound, the neck feel, the build quality. So anybody looking for a Telly or something, before you, depending on the price you want to pay, obviously, if you just want to, get something just a little cheaper. But if you're looking in that elite series of Fender or whatever, definitely try one of these first for the same type of price. I think value for your dollar, you probably get a better deal here. So yeah, the butterscotch is nice, and that's exactly the one I have got, and no complaints. It plays awesome. It really does. I wanted to show this as well because I had some questions from Gussie Wells the other day about interfaces that work with iPads and iPhones, and this is the one that I bought about a month or a little bit more than a month ago. And this basically will plug right into your iPhone or iPad, and then you can plug your guitar in there, and it has this gain control in the front. And it works. I mean, I haven't used it that much because if I'm at home, I'd rather just plug into my big system and just play through that. But I bought it primarily if I travel, I bring it with me, and then I can plug my iPad in. And if I bring a guitar or something, then I have something to play through. So if Gussie sees this stream at some point, this is what I was talking about, and this is the model you should be maybe looking at. And they're actually a good price right now at $99, and I think that's what they're selling for at the store as well. I paid, when I bought it maybe 2 months ago or whatever, it was way more than that. I think it was like almost, with tax and everything, almost $200. So it's a good deal if you're looking for something like that, for sure. And then we spoke a little bit about what kind of software that I use for recording. This is what I use. It's from PreSonus, it's Studio One. I don't use the rent to own or anything like that. I just bought the artist package. I think I don't know if I can find it here, but they have different packages, and one is just the artist, and it's not that expensive, and they have a couple other versions of it. You don't have to buy a subscription if you don't want to. You can just buy it outright. But it works really nice. And if you don't want to pay for software, or you want to pay very little for it because you're only doing a little bit of recording, you want to experiment a little bit, I really recommend this one. This is a software called Reaper, and I believe they have a free version, and the free version can do a lot of stuff. And I mean, you're not limited that much depending on how much stuff you're trying to do. And if you're just kind of playing around, experimenting, definitely download this. I believe they have it for both Mac and PC, so that's pretty good. I'm just seeing, yeah, I think they have it for PC as well. Yeah, I think they do. But if you want to purchase it, I think it's only like $60, and that gives you the full program with all its with all the features involved in it. So anybody looking for that type of software, you can look at this. And if you want to spend a little bit more and get, more, it's not really better. It's a little bit better engine behind it and better interface, more professional than, look at this one here, which is a Studio One. And any type of recording software, they're very similar as far as interfaces and how they work together. So you can get your way around it pretty easily once you get started. Poo Ninja says, just started using Reaper. It's very nice so far on PC. Yeah, a lot of people use that. And I started when I got back into music earlier in the year. I actually downloaded and played with it a little bit. The only reason I went with Presonus is because it had some other features that I was looking for, controllers that you could plug into them, little mixing desk and everything that I got set up at home. So I went with that. But Reaper is really good, and it worked very well. The other thing, this is more with video production and I guess type of, if you're doing YouTube things and you need a good audio mic and you don't want it on your desktop, you can put a lapel or something, or maybe you are going out and doing interviews with other people. You have one camera, you want to interview somebody, give them a mic, you have a mic, that type of thing. If you're at an event, this is what I'd recommend here. You buy this package and you get the one, I guess it's the transmitter, which you just plug one plug into your camera like this. You plug it right in there, and then each person gets a pack, and all that audio is synced and everything right into your camera right away. So there's no fussing around, and you get good audio. And if you're just using it by yourself, then you use the pack by yourself, and you've got an extra pack that you can have if you have somebody else that you want to interview, or you want to do a podcast and he's sitting there in the studio with you or something like that. These are very cool. They work very well. They're made by a company called Comica. You can get them on Amazon. I mean, they're not the cheapest thing, but if you're doing this type of content and you need a solution, they're about $300, $250 maybe, around there. So, Guitar Hack, I need an easy to use free video editor software for PC. Yeah. Now let me go back here. Hold on. Go back to my camera here. Cool. So for PC, trying to think. Adobe does make, I don't know if they still make it, but they used to have something called Adobe Elements, which is kind of the scaled down version of Adobe Premiere. Adobe Premiere is their big video editing program. And they make it, and I think it's called Elements, and it's way cheaper. I think it's like, I don't know what it is today, but $90 or something, and it's pretty full featured. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's some other good ones, but you know, Premiere is kind of the software that everybody seems to be using when they're on the PC as far as a good video editor, something pretty powerful. Poo Ninja says, let's see, open shot. Okay, but it crashes a lot. Okay, yeah, I'm sure there's even probably some free options out there. How reliable they are and how easy they are to work with, I don't know. I don't have the experience with those programs because, like I say, I use a Mac. And there's Henrik Viking in here says he uses what is it? Hit Film Express. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never heard of that software. Hit Film Express. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring it up. Film Express. Okay, here it is. Let me go back to my sharing here. So this is what Henrik says. Okay. Yeah, that looks interesting. It video editor, easy to use movie maker. It's got visual. It looks like it's a timeline editor, which is very similar to all the other ones. And Final Cut and Premiere all use that type of thing as well. Let's see, transitions. You've got audio tools, optimization, and you can share it. Yeah, that's really cool. Does it cost something though? Let's see. Is there purchase? There we go. Let's see. Video editor, master edition, home edition. Oh, that's, wow, $50. Yeah, can't go wrong with that. If it works well and has all those features, there you go, Guitar Hack. Look into that software. Because it looks like they have a few different editions. Even they have a home edition for $29. So that's very good. Yeah, thanks for that suggestion. There it is. Let's see if I get another screenshot of the interface. They have it for Mac as well. Easy dropping. Okay, cool. So there you go. Henrik says it's easy for simple stuff, but can be advanced as well. I just started, so I don't know too much. Okay. Well, that's good to know. At least, that's why we're doing this type of these types of chats and these types of live streams, to bring out some resources for people out there that are looking for, for tools that they can use and create. And I very much appreciate anybody, putting in some information in here, and because if it helps somebody, that's awesome. So there you go, Guitar Hack. Let's see what else. Oh, it's that. Cool. All right, let me go back here for a second. There we go. So I think it's almost 1 o'clock, so I just wanted to do a quick half-hour stream and go over some of the stuff that happened on Tuesday, share some information that I got when I tried the amps. As far as amps go, I tried that Friedman, I tried that Mesa Boogie, I tried a Victory amp. It was okay. I mean, I wasn't blown away. It was okay. I wanted to try a Marshall DSL 40 head, I believe it was. They didn't have one in stock. They only had the combos, so I didn't really bother with that one yet. I had the DSL 20 before, and it was okay, but I wanted to try some different stuff. What else did I try? I tried something else. What's it called? Oh, the PRS Mark Tremonti. I guess it's a little amp. It's a 15-watt amp head, and was really good for the price. I mean, I think it was $699 for that, and it's full tubes, everything, and super loud. Sounded amazing. The clean was really good. The distortion was really good. Very saturated, though, I'd say, which is, Mark Tremonti's tone. Obviously, if you like that type of thing, then you'll get it easily with that amp. 15 loud watts, Poo Ninja says. Yeah, it was loud. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I don't think you'd have a problem gigging with that amp, especially if you're miking your cabinet in a larger room. You wouldn't have any issues. I'd have tons of headspace. Let me see. Next time you go to Cosmo, yeah, for sure, man. I just sometimes I don't even know when I'm going. I just kind of, one day if I have nothing to do and I'm in that area, I'll stop in or make a trip out. But yeah, definitely, maybe we can set up a time and meet up and go. And they've got tons of stuff to look at and try. That's for sure. That's for sure. I wanted to try a Black Star, just ran out of time. But that Friedman, really, really good. And I think from what I read at NAMM that Dave Friedman is releasing or is planning to, he didn't announce it yet, but the rumors are he's going to be releasing a 20, I believe it's a 25-watt BE amp. That's the other thing I tried. I tried that BE 100, which is like almost $5,000, which is no go for me, but sounded amazing. But quite honestly, I tried that Runt 50 and that Runt 20, and I was getting the same feeling out of those as far as sound wise and the way the guitar reacted with the tubes and stuff. So really cool. Yeah, Guitar Hack. Yeah, it's hard when you try a Friedman. You really get the sense of, okay, this thing is really cool. It's not even that it sounds so much better than everything else. It's just the feel. It's how the guitar reacts when you hit a note and how it feeds back to you, and you get that natural compression. Maybe some people wouldn't like it, but for me, my style of playing, I always use some compression because I don't like those when I hit those high notes and they're kind of really shrieky, or come out too much. I like a little bit of compression on those, and that amp had that naturally. And I was playing just all kinds of stuff from just classic rock to heavier rock, and it was responding awesomely, and it sounded great in the room. So if you get a chance to try one, but it might cost you some money. Poo Ninja Series, fear the love hack. It's hard to go back. Yeah. So I'm thinking after the holidays, maybe I'll wait till NAMM and see what they release, if they release something else. But right now, I'm leaning towards getting that with a 212 cabinet, getting a Friedman, probably a Runt 20 or a Runt 50, or if they come out with this 25 watt BE head, I might look at that. And the cabinet, I might get a Marshall 212 that has some nice Celestians in it. Or get the Friedman, but I've got a credit at another store that I can use up in Barrie, but they don't sell Friedman, but they do sell Marshall, so maybe I'll get the cabinet there and I'll get the head at Cosmo after the holidays. And hopefully they have some sales. I don't know. It's Cosmo usually pretty good during the holidays or something. They'll have like 15% off or 10% off. If you can save the tax on something like that, that's, that helps. And what else? I did try the other guitars there. I tried some new Sir guitars, and I tried the Tom Anderson that I really love as well. But I think I'm going to stick with what I have as far as guitars go. It's hard for me to look at my guitar collection and pick one that has to go, because I would have to sell one or two to get a Tom Anderson or something like that. And thinking it over a few weeks now, I'm not ready to do that. So I might pass on that. Let's see. Guitar Hack says Marshall 1936 cab 212. Yeah, that's what I was looking at, that 1936 online. So that's probably the way I'll go. I think it's like 800 or something like that for price wise. So I think I've got I believe $1,000 credit up in Barrie that I returned something and I didn't use yet. So I might use it for that once I decide what I'm doing. And yeah, that amp is super versatile, having that DI direct out. So if I want to do some recording and I don't want to put a mic in front of the cabinet, I want to go direct out, that helps me do that as well. So that's a bonus. Poo Ninja, Harley Benton Vintage 212 equals cheap Mesa. Oh yeah? We don't have any Harley Benton stuff here that I've ever seen. I think you have to order it. Not really sure how that works, because I think it comes from overseas. We do have Chapman guitars there at the store that I was at, the Cosmo store. They have they sell Chapman stuff. So I tried some of their stuff. Some guitars I liked, some I really didn't bond with at all. But if I had to choose between that and a similarly priced Les Paul, I'd probably always go to Les Paul anyway. So I didn't bother going any deeper with that. And what else did they do at the clinic? There was some discussion on some new Sir products coming out in the new year as well that they're working on. So I'm sure they're always working on new things. All right, Pooh, you got a meeting. Have a good one, buddy. Thanks for joining us. I got to go soon here anyway in a few minutes. So if there's any more questions or anything, pop them in the chat and then we'll get through them. If not, then I will sign off and I will see some of you guys tonight on, I guess Guitar Hack is doing a stream tonight, I'm assuming. And I think Ben is also doing a stream. So there's always stuff happening on Thursday nights that we can join in and enjoy. So let me know, Guitar Hack, if you're still here, let me know if you're doing a stream tonight. Maybe, I think I saw it somewhere that you had it scheduled. I don't remember if you have a guest on or not, but pop it in the chat if you are. No stream tonight. Oh, okay. I thought you were doing one. You usually do one on Thursday. Okay. So I guess you'll have to go to Ben's stream, and I don't know if somebody else is doing one, but just search around. You'll find some stuff going on for sure. So anyway, thanks for joining me today, and I'm glad I could go through some of the stuff that I saw and tried, and talk about the clinic that I attended on Tuesday a little bit. And I hope that you got something out of that, and have a great rest of the day and the weekend. If I don't meet up with you guys in the chats over the next few days or whatever, I'll try to do more of these streams on my lunch hour when I'm at the studio here at work. We have a good internet connection and I'm set up for it. So, and then I probably will start testing more at home to see if the connection is strong enough to do some smaller streams and maybe some guitar demos and stuff like that. So, cool. All right. So, have a good one, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.